Wanted to comment on this because as a newer poker player, I understand what a lot of non-pros are confused about here, as Robbie did something I still sometimes do. She basically got lost in a hand and actually ended up calling with a hand that is never ahead, in theory. What's crazy about this spot to people who don't understand poker theory is that even though she had the best hand in reality when she called, it doesn't actually matter. The call is still very, very bad, even though she's technically ahead at 54% to win. What's especially strange about this hand is that the better you are at poker, or more you know about poker, the worse her play becomes. If you don't understand how that all works, the short answer is Robbie's still behind most of Garrett's bluffs. And the long answer is too hard for this video, so you'll have to take my word for it. After watching some of Robbie's old streams, she is a good enough player not to ever make a play like this. I believe I am as well. But what people don't realize is that sometimes you just make a heat of the moment mistake. That's what happened here. She was very flustered, tried to stand up to the GOAT/bully Garrett, but just made a big mistake in choosing what hand to do that with. Call it a brain fart, overwhelmed by the moment, whatever it is. She misunderstood the strength of her hand in the moment, made a terrible call that happened to find the 1% of time she was ahead, and went on to win what resulted in effectively a coin flip for 270K. What's made this situation so much worse is now, instead of just admitting the mistake, she's continued to try to justify a play that simply can't be justified by poker thinking. Best chess analogy I can think of, it would be like if I blundered my queen on a move with no compensation, but instead of capturing, my opponent blunders right back, even worse. That doesn't make my original move good, but that's the logic she's loosely trying to apply. Her mistake isn't a mistake because somehow it got lucky and worked. In the poker example, Garrett hasn't actually blundered, he's just what's called semi-bluffing. So here we are now, where this drama has snowballed mostly from her comments after the hand in an attempt to save face. She is so focused on trying to pretend she outplayed him in some way when reality is the hand is indefensible to anyone who knows poker. This in return actually makes her look even more suspicious than the hand itself. Ironically, this bizarre reaction is the main reason Garrett has publicly accused her of cheating. He truly doesn't believe she could play this hand badly enough for this result. Hopefully she realizes this sooner rather than later and admits it, but if not, I'm sure Hans doesn't mind the distraction.